Uh, right. And then there, and then there, and then down here. Like that. Nine, I'm missing one. 60, there it is. Except there, the bamboo shows through. I guess that's okay. What happens here? I guess we fill in the stuff in the corner, in the far corner there. Fill it in with dirt? Question mark? Let me grab more dirt. Oh, I should put lanterns here, shouldn't I? I should put proper lighting, shouldn't I? Okay, I'm gonna put some lanterns there, but not right now. Of all the things to spend so much time on, I decide to spend it on this little hole in the ground. Reminds me of Nero's golden house in Rome. Nero as in Emperor Nero. Emperor Nero, after Rome burned down in a big fire, and Nero was accused of playing the fiddle while Rome burned. That Nero, Emperor Nero. So after the Rome burned down, he decided to build a palace where the fire destroyed all the buildings. And it's called Nero's Golden House. That's, you know, the colloquial name for it. And believe it or not, people were not impressed. So, like, the fire burned down a lot of shops and houses. Hold on, the cat's making noise. I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Nero, yeah, so Rome burned down, and instead of rebuilding people's houses, he built a palace. Instead of rebuilding places for people to live in, he decided to build a palace, and nobody was impressed. Yeah, no, he was a... So I think Nero was nobility, and he just didn't understand anything about anything. Kind of like, you know, let them eat cake. That kind of thing. It's like, oh, you lost your house. Well, I'm gonna rebuild you a palace. And then, like, it took ages, right? Because it's a palace. It was the most elaborate thing ever. Cost a whole lot of money that the government didn't actually have. It's like used all the resources built this fancy palace that nobody could actually live in because it's not a house, right? It's like a pleasure palace. It's not even a palace you live in, it's a pleasure palace. It's a palace where you just had fun. And yeah, not too long afterwards, Nero was deposed. He was kicked out of office and they buried the whole thing. They buried Nero's golden house and they rebuilt the city on top of it. And so like in Rome, underground, like underneath people's basements, there'd be this palace underneath people's basements. Pretty wild. They've been excavating this thing, and from what I understand, the palace had no actual function. Like it's just gardens, pools, elaborate rooms, but none of the rooms have any functions. So there's no bedroom, there's no toilet, there's no kitchen. It's just, it's literally just a pleasure palace that you can't live in. Yeah, nobody was impressed by what Nero thought was a good idea. But yeah, under the ground in Rome, there's all sorts of wild stuff, including a really fancy palace. It's buried in the ground. What happens with the rest of this? So here where the bamboo is, there's gonna be less brick, I guess. That side's in the dirt. Alright, the last bit. Although, having said that, there are some historians who argue that the people who wrote the history were really not Nero's political allies because his faction was, removed from power. And there are some who argue that maybe there was maybe a plausible reason why Nero would build a palace. It could have been like a jobs program to provide employment after the city burned down. Like it could have been like a, public works. Although why you would build a palace and not actual homes for people, it's not really clear. But yeah, like Nero was deposed, and so the people who wrote the history afterwards were not his friends. There are some suggestions that maybe he wasn't as bad as what the histories say. Alright, I think that's it. about this lighting. How much lighting do we want? Like a ridiculous amount of lighting? Yeah. Okay, then we can get some lanterns. I'm gonna put lighting in the corners. Oh, I'm missing 2 scaffolding. I used a lot of those brick items that I had. Let me put that there for now. Lanterns. Oh, they're slabs. You can't put them on slabs. You can't put lanterns on slabs. I didn't think this through. I didn't think this through. I guess we can turn the slabs into blocks. Put the lanterns on the blocks. I didn't think this through. That's enough light to protect from mobs. Let me just put them in every corner. I mean, if we do that, that means that's also solid. And we can remove the torches. Oops. Okay, and remove the torches. They're all gone. Then there's that one torch over there. Ah. There. Alright, so this is done. All that just for a bit of structure to hold up the proving ground, or this little corner of it. Staircase. Still need a staircase going up that way. Let's get that in here now. Although, where do I put it? I guess it starts here and goes down. Let's get some light here so I can see. Stone brick stairs, chiseled stone brick. Iron bars for railings. Stone brick. Stone brick stairs. Chisel stone brick. Oops. Right, so this next bit, I'm not too sure about. Maybe this whole thing is just a wall. Yeah, that makes the most sense actually. In which case, not sure what that does. Alright, retaining. Retaining. All of this. Ah, I don't need railings after all. Maybe a little bit of railing down here. Well, that doesn't need to... Ah, there's no harm in it. Right, down to there. Very good. And then all of this also has to be retained. Down here. Oh, I didn't need to do that one. Right. Retaining.